Science will tell you that evolution will produce a lot of these things in the world that we see. But whenever you see a watch, you know there's a watchmaker. And when you see things in nature that's created, you know there had to be a creator. You look at this tree. You know, when you go and you see cables, or even the thread that you use, you see how it's twisted. When it's twisted, it's 5 times or 10 times stronger because you have single strand that's twisted. It makes it a lot stronger than it would just pulling straight strand. By twisting the strand, it produced that 5 or 10 fold strength. Now you see, this is nature or God's way. You see this tree and you look at it. Now who would tell this tree to twist itself as it grows? You know, it had to be God. Because you look at this tree, it has no brain. It has no genetic, makeup that tells it to make itself like this. God made it like this. By twisting itself into a spiral, it makes it many times stronger so it can withstand wind and hurricanes and all the things that we see in nature. You know, nature, the Bible said that nature testified to the awesomeness of God. I'm a carpenter, and I look at nature because I work with wood. You know, God didn't make one kind of wood, although it's easy to, you would think it, to make one kind of wood. But you know, when you build a house, you need wood that is easily cut. And it's fast growing, you would go to pine. But when you need strength and endurance, you go to oak. And if you need something to withstand termites and infestation, you would go to cedar. Cedar would prevent, moles, and it would prevent termites and different things. And if you were going to make a roof, and you needed to withstand the test of time, you would go to that tree across the street. What do you call that? The name just skipped me. Cypress. Okay, continue. If you want to make a wood that would stand rain, sleet, snow, and would last you 40, 50 years, you would go cypress. Cypress, once you split it in small slabs, you put it on the roof and it lasts you 40, 50 years. And you look at, when God made things for man, He makes them in every variety imaginable so that we have things we need to build our homes with. That is not mutation. That is not, happenstance. God created them. And for so many things, even, you look in nature, even metal. You have metal that need to be light when it goes on an airplane. It's strong yet light. And then sometimes you need metal that is heavy so it can withstand impact, so you can make it on ship. And you need metal that withstand, humidity and wet and over time. So God produced all these things that we use in our lives. And yet, people talk about it just happened. No, it didn't happen. God orchestrated and made all the wonderful things in our lives. And even a tree. knows, because God programmed it that way, so that when we use them, we pick the right one for the purpose we need it. And it's a beautiful thing that sometimes we don't give God credit for, but it shows you the awesomeness of God. But
We built the tree house from bits and pieces we found around the property. Things people discarded, we put them together and built this tree house.